What's up, everybody? This is Ripples and Wales back for another video. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. Happy Friday, the 15th of December. Time is shifting, hey? Wow. Well, I'm off on a road trip today. We're off down to see some family in Oxford, England. So I am preparing to head on out, but before that I'm going to try and get a couple of videos sorted out. Excuse me, my cup of tea, my morning tea, and we're going to go over some of the past couple of days. I wasn't able to do a video yesterday for whatever reason. Busy doing handyman jobs here at the base, and yeah, while the weather's good, you got to smash it out, so sometimes videos come second, but there we go. I'm going to try and catch up with some of the more interesting news of the tide has turned for you all and bring you into that. Before we do, let's have a quick look. I've probably got this in pounds again, haven't I, rather than sterling. Okay, yeah, I've got it in pounds. 1 second. Let's have a look at the price charts. Have a price check on everything here for the minutes in the US dollar. Trending. This is just madness, isn't it? Bonk coin, hilarious. This is a meme coin on the Solana network. Anyway, Bitcoin's back at 42.7. Ethereum's at 2002. Ethereum's made some moves as well. Don't know why Tether's still there. Soon to be removed. Solana $71. And XRP is 62 cents. Cardano's making some huge moves. 65 cents there now. Avalanche at $38. Dogecoin, I'd say that's going to go soon as well. Not financial advice. Anyhow, yeah, there's the Bitcoin chart, and the XRP chart is slowly grinding up. Look at that. It's making its way up. Real nice chart, that. I don't know when you'll get your first moves. Anyhow, if you're not familiar with me on Twitter, come and say hi out here at Ripples and Wales. Anyhow, so Crypto Insight, a great account to follow on the TA. It's secondly last chance to grab some Doge. Look at Cardano, how it started versus how it's going. Look at that chart from Cardano here. Can you hear the seagulls in the background? They're going crazy outside. Yeah, let's move straight on to the blockchain backer here, and this is a story about the Nasdaq breaking. I believe the Nasdaq kind of broke an all-time high, rallied back up, and the interesting thing, what he's trying to show you here in this picture, I'll just explode it out for you, is that the Bitcoin is kind of traded as software, and the Nasdaq is technology, and Bitcoin is being trading like technology. And as the Nasdaq moves up, I think he's expecting the Nasdaq is the yellow line here, and the Bitcoin is obviously the candle bar charts. And yeah, I think what he's trying to reiterate is that as tech stocks move up, so will Bitcoin as it trades like a tech stock. So Nasdaq made another big move after the US Federal Reserve had its meeting, and I think posted lower than expected inflation rates, which is just all bullshit anyway. But anyway, tech stocks rallied, and then I dare say Bitcoins are now in a good position. A lot of big stuff occurring on the Bitcoin realm. Now remember, we talked before about the tide turning. This is such a key thing. I want to hammer this home, is that you can sense the tide has turned in the Ripple and the XRP, theatrics. And I knew it was coming, I just didn't know when. So we're kind of in that waiting game, weren't we? And we have now some real markers, don't we? Let's have a look at those markers, what I'm referring to. This is Mr. Mike Novograts, and this is a shout out to the Bearable Bull. There's a few people that posted this, but I've just pulled up his thread because he's a well-known community member. Let's have a listen to Mr. Novograts. Sorry, let's get the volume right up for this. I love hearing this. Come on, Novo.
That XRP would have lasting power because Ripple, the company, owns 60% of them, now 55 or 50%. And I was like, that just doesn't seem a proposition that's going to work. And I've been dead wrong. Hats off to Brad Garlinghouse and his team. Ripple is now, a institution. The XRP army is real. They care about their ecosystem and their coin.
Right. That's the first thing, right? So someone's changed their tune. Interesting, isn't it? We had a feeling there'd be a turn of events and a turn of cycles. And maybe it's just these guys are just looking at the markets, observing what's going on with Ripple, and maybe maybe they're not in the know as as maybe we assume they are, but I don't know, I guess got that skeptical hat on me that says I feel these guys are just doing the same thing that they've always done, talking in their book. And I don't know, I like these guys, they're cool, but remember, they're still Wall Street representatives, okay, and they talk book. You can see it in their body language. Any of you who have any empathetic skills of reading human body language, and, you know, if you're on this channel, I dare say you have some sort of resonance with that we use a little bit more intuitive ability. A lot of my work is intuitive. I don't use my brain so much. I can see patterns, but then my intuition guides me. I'm sure your intuition has guided you to this point with your XRP. So, you know, when I hear these people talk, I watch their gums bang, and my intuitive abilities step in and read the other levels, and it's like, yeah, okay, this is just theatrics, let's move on. You've now been given the go-ahead to kind of give it the darling, the touch, and this is how it'll be done. As I've said, you know, Ripple will become a darling of the space now, as will Circle. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's move on to this next clip. This is on the Working Money channel, and we've got Roaul Pal talking with John Deaton on an interview with John Deaton. I think I've got it in the right place. Let's fire it off.
Interview conducted by John Deaton. XRP Rabbit Hole. This brought to me by Riz.xrp. Raul is all in, all the way. Listen to this.
Thoughts on XRP, if you have any, and if you don't, that's fine.
So, I was taken down the XRP rabbit hole by Santiago Velez, who's a good friend and is an incredibly smart guy and very thoughtful. So it's like, yeah, the narrative's wrong. This is what it's about. So I'd done a bit of the work on it. Then the court case came out, and so that's when I bought XRP. You know, when you see something like that, it's like, okay, now the price has been massively discounted.
Yeah.
We know it's a real thing. Half the people have been shut out of the market. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. So that's when I bought it, and I've held it ever since.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was I bought more.
First of all, let's pause that. The opportunity of a lifetime. Now, this is Roaul Pal coming on board saying, yeah, he bought it after the lawsuit. He's put his capital to work. Right, let's going to carry on.
After the lawsuit, and it reminded me of the time when Jamie Dimon said that Bitcoin was a fraud for the first time. I bought more Bitcoin on that particular day as well.
Do you notice how how Roaul Pal doesn't even flinch when John Deaton says Jamie Dimon's a fraud? Didn't even flinch in his body language. That was very fascinating to me. It just bounced off him. Okay, just keep an eye on that.
I said if it threatens him to the point where he's going to go that hard, there's got to be something to this. Anyway,
you know, the reason I bought XRP was exactly the same way that I bought Solana, which was like,
oh, come on.
I am Anatoly Yakovenko.
Oh, here we go, another
CEO
scam
of
advert. Solana.
Today marks a historic day for us.
Here we go, scam adverts everywhere.
which was like, the crisis arrives, the price gets absolutely smashed, but I can see that there is a vibrant community with real use cases of the chain going on, not kind of ghost use, it's real use. So in which case, time to put your capital at work. Simple as that.
So there you guys have.
Time to put your capital to work. Simple as that. Okay, so, you know, these guys are taking bets on lots of different things. Solana, XRP, Ethereum. Excuse me, I listened to an amazing podcast yesterday. I'll try and find it actually for you in a minute at the end of this video. And I want you to all to listen to it because it was very, very insightful. It was top predictions about 2024 with I think it was a hedge fund or institution looking at it. Anyhow, let's move on. Circle, right? So this is remember me talking before to you about there's going to be a huge stablecoin rollout, and in this podcast I just referenced 2 minutes ago, I got the nod of what I was expecting, and this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting there to be an institutional grade rollout of USDC across the world. We've seen it already. They're on pretty much every L1 and L2 now. So they've seated themselves on every chain, and they're going to become the dominant players on chain. And what they're doing is slowly climbing that metric gap. If you look onto CoinMarketCap on the screen here, between Tether and USDC. And you see, I think that we've seen various tweets by CZ in the past saying that all boats, when untethered, will rise back up to the surface. I can't remember the actual full tweet, but it was like, he said something like the Titanic is likely to sink, but all the lifeboats, when untethered, will float back to the surface. And I just thought, wow, CZ leaving like mad cryptic clues. But I can't help but go back to the Bearable Guy scenes we're seeing where Tether is in the middle of all the Ethereum consensus, CCP controlled kind of token foundry business. And this is the answer. Circle is the true American rollout of the US dollar stablecoin. It's all going to be about stablecoins. This is what I've got to say to you all. It's all going to be about stablecoins. It's all going to be about CDBCs. But stablecoins will become a de facto means of payment because they've got you all used to using stablecoins now. But USDC will put itself everywhere. And the point in this post is that Circle is everywhere. Okay, they're going to be grown just like. Interesting. Look at this kind of. The picture at the top there, it's almost like solar system related. Yeah, Stella was doing the same, Ripple was doing the same. Anyhow, they're having a big media rollout at the minute. Keep your eye on Circle. I'm going for it. Anyway, keep your eye on Evernode and Zahao Network, because we're waiting for a trust line to be set so that we can, or I think it's XRP Labs that are releasing some sort of tool for us to bridge our addresses where we claimed, if you claimed your tokens for your airdrop from the Evernote network. So keep an eye on those two websites. Lastly, I'm going to bring up this thing here, which is by Chad Steingraber. We're going to hold on.
Approval process going for spot Bitcoin ETF. I know you're facing a window in early January. What does that look like?
Well, Sarah, we have, I think it's between 8 and a dozen filings. I'm a chair of a commission. I'm not to prejudge anything, so that's going through the process right now. And as you might know, we had in the past denied a number of these applications, but the courts here in the District of Columbia weighed in on that. And so we're taking a new look at this based upon those court rulings.
Market's excited about it. You're referring to the...
Wow, okay. That's Gensler on record on CNBC saying that they're taking a relook at these ETFs in January. I'm going to just hop over to the Bearable Guy 123 page at the minute, and I wanted to give you a bit of a time hop. You see, today we're on the 15th of December. 15th of December 2019, this is what he released. Loadstar 3 for it, there's a test. 1 and 2 are given, 3 is a quest. A journey ahead till treasures in sight, besides the last Loadstar, a last brick of light. And it goes on. Location is hidden, a place 1, 2, 3 are there surreptitiously. Anyhow, the date is the interesting thing that was dropped. It was at December the 15th, and we're on December the 15th today. And what he's referring to for Loadstar 3 through it, there's a test. Let's go on to the BG123 image here, and we can see that in the library there is 3 books, and those are Loadstars 1, 2, and 3. You'll just have to trust me, I don't count. The zoom function on this image isn't that good. They're Loadstar 1, 2, 3. And he says for it, there's a test. Okay, you've got a gavel against the bookshelf opposite Loadstar 3. Okay, 1 and 2 are given, 3 is a quest. Okay, so for Loadstar 3, for it, there's a test. For it to be kind of fully released, you have to have some sort of test. And I don't know if this is the test. We've been through the test. But interesting that date comes today. Now, on to the January. We've talked about this before. We've got the White House in a January after a December here. And this is when the stable coins, the Bitcoin ETF is likely to be proposed, to be given green light, and whatever else, we don't know. Just interesting to see that, what goes on in January of 2024 will be very, very interesting. But keep your eye on Loadstar 3 and anything that comes out in the next 2-3 days, because directly after it, we have seen on the BG123 that Loadstar 3 was then posted 2 days after. So 2 days later, on December the 17th, Loadstar 3 was posted. And there we have it. So my eyes are going to be on this now, really dialed into this now. We'll have to see what goes on with it all, but who knows. Keep your eyes on the prize, right? I'll try another video before I leave today. And yeah, I hope you're all having a great run up to Christmas. I dare say a lot of you will be finishing your work today, maybe the last 2 weeks before December. Yeah, it might be actually. You might be finishing your working weeks and therefore the Christmas. So happy holidays to you all, wherever you are in the world. I hope this finds you well. I look forward to seeing you all next video. Please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Please drop us a like. See you on the next video. Be blessed.